Hey, party people, what is up, folks? We finally have something new to talk about. What do you know? Some new news. I know we got duped a little bit last time, but this is in regards to an event that is currently happening within the game. And there's a little bit more context to that, and which we'll talk about it here, but let's go ahead and dive right in. The Guild of Hunters needs you. Something dangerous is casting a shadow over the world of the 12. The Guild of Hunters urgently needs your help. The threat must be neutralized at any cost. And of course, we get a nice picture here of the threat itself. From my knowledge, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, this looks like a unique creature, which makes it even more exciting because if you guys are not familiar with how kind of Dofus Touch kind of works, usually the developers take what's on PC and they kind of repurpose it or retrofit it into Dofus Touch. Of course, you got to reuse what you have already, right? So usually that's how Dofus Touch handles like adding content to the game. It just borrows from the PC counterpart. But this guy looks completely new to me, which makes it even more exciting because this goes to show how much like effort and uniqueness they're trying to put into this labyrinth feature, which, spoilers alert, this guy is related to the labyrinth. But yeah, he looks super cool overall. Super cool. He's got like he's like a ghost rock dude. But let's keep going. Origin of the threat. Kellerog, a lieutenant in the Guild of Hunters, was sent on a mission after there were reports of a strange apparition in the Lonesome Pine Trails. A bluish figure gliding between the trees. Was it a mirage or a threat? He had to find out. He questioned the Frigosians. That's such a weird word to say. Frigosians? And searched the forest, but to no avail, until a sparkle in the snow caught his tiny eye. wait. Caught his eye, not tiny eye. Caught his eye. Tiny azure crystals were making a trail. After following the sparkling stone, he came face to face with a fascinating creature, half ghost, half crystal, which immediately charged at him. It was quick and agile and gave Kellerog several wounds, but the lieutenant finally defeated it. As he was catching his breath, a scroll partially buried in the snow caught his attention. Its contents were unsettling. Too unsettling. Before he could leave, dozens of similar creatures emerged from the fog, invading the forest and frozen lake. Was it an army of messengers? He can't stop them alone. The guild needs you. This message must not be allowed to reach its destination. Ooh, look at that. That's what it calls storytelling. Yesenia, was this you, Yesenia? This was good. This was awesome. This sounds super cool, and this is exactly what the game needs right now. We know they're working hard on the server stuff. You know, they're working hard with the technical mumbo jumbo, but something like this where it has like more, like, yeah, it's just an in-game event, but just like the context around it just makes it even more. It just gives it more weight, right? So obviously here, they are. Let's see, where do I start? So in the last thing we covered in the last video, the one where we got duped about a big announcement and it was just an announcement for announcements, they did kind of foreshadow this here in this little section, hot topics. We'll repeat it here. We'll cover it for the folks who didn't see the previous video. June 2nd, a new devlog on the labyrinth is on its way, featuring a first look at the rewards. I'm sorry, I got a little lost here. Featuring a first look at the rewards for this upcoming PVM feature. As a bonus, we'll be sharing the video of our very first prototype. And that's not all. Keep your eyes peeled. The third page of the in-game teaser could be around the corner. So obviously, at first when I saw this, I thought this was related to the Wakfu Kickstarter, because Wakfu has a very like bluish thing going on. I don't know, but apparently this is related to the labyrinth itself, as kind of foreshadowed here. But also, about a year ago, might be a little bit over here. We had a similar event where we had a bunch of like random creatures kind of invade the Flame Rocks, and at the time we didn't know anything about the labyrinth itself. It just seemed like a random event, but it was another kind of invasion type of thing where these creatures, I think, oh, here it goes. They even teased it here. I made a whole video. I made a whole conspiracy theory video about this. Definitely check it out if you haven't. I think it's one of my best videos I've done. Beware, all evidence suggests that those creatures who've rallied to the cause of the Rebyobs are also pretty motivated. Given that before getting this far, they had to find their way out of the labyrinth that serves at their lair. And here they dropped the shield as well, but also more importantly, there was a small chance you would drop a page. And again, they're talking about a page here, and they're talking about a message here, right? And that page, if you don't know, is related to the whole like teaser thing they've been doing, little like breadcrumb trails they've been doing. Again, watch the video if you haven't. But we did get our first page during this event here, the Mindrock Plane Invasion. That was our first page, and I have not seen the third page. I might do another crazy conspiracy video on this, but obviously there's like a 5 here, there's a P here, and then the second page, I forget where I think they just posted this on their Twitter. This was the second page. Again, everything related to the labyrinth. You see the little cube here at the bottom right hand corner, and again, it's got like this like A in red, it's got an R here in red, and it says page 2 on it. So yeah, so this is kind of all kind of tied in there, which makes it even more cool. But let's go ahead and move forward. Your mission. The Guild of Hunters is recruiting experienced adventurers to hunt down the messengers who have invaded the Lonesome Pine Trails and Frozen Lake, which is right outside of Freegoss itself. If you're not familiar, there's a little sprite right there. Looks super cool. Hopefully this is an original little creature they're making here for Dofus Touch. If not, it's still cool, but it's got more bonus points, right? If it's an original Dofus Touch creature. To carry out your mission, you can only be accompanied. I cannot say that word. Accompanied. Accompanied by one other person. So each fight is limited to 2 fighters, which is super cool. Just makes it more accessible for people. As the guild has called upon lots of adventurers for support, you only need to fight 1 messenger to complete your mission. Incidentally, there's also a rumor that these strange creatures were carrying a piece of cloth that can be easily made into a cloak. And here we got a nice little snippet here of the ceremonial cloak you get. Super cool. I don't think it's a chameleon cloak, maybe, I don't know. You have until 8 AM Paris time on Tuesday, June 10th, to intercept the message before it's too late. Recommended level 190 minimum. So it seems very accessible, right? If you're pretty much an endgame level 200 character, most likely you'll be able to do this. I don't know much about the creature itself, the fighting mechanics, the page. I'll try to make a separate video as a little guide for you guys. And yeah, that is it. That is it. Just a little thing that's happening in between, you know, obviously the big update server stuff. Actually, over here. Next week we are expected to get some more news on the labyrinth. And let's see no comments. Let me know what you guys think. Excited? You guys done the fight? Hard? Easy? It was fun? Alright. So that is it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to hit the like. Until next time, this has been I cannot talk today, man. This has been Challenger EX. Take care of yourself and peace.